Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Welcome back to Screen Buzz, where we dive into the world of entertainment and explore the most fascinating stories from the world of music. Today, we're talking about a major issue that Beatles fans have recently uncovered: a vocal difference between John Lennon's singing voice in the Beatles and his solo career. It turns out that fans of the legendary rock band have been noticing a disparity in Lennon's vocals, with many observing a distinct change in his sound from his days with the Beatles to his solo work. This has led to a lot of speculation about what might have caused this shift, and we're here to take a closer look. So, let's start with some supporting facts. John Lennon was known for his distinctive voice, which was often described as raspy and edgy. But did you know that he actually had a pretty standard vocal range? In fact, according to various sources, including his own interviews, Lennon's vocal range was around 2 octaves, not bad for someone who was known for his powerful vocals. But the question remains, what happened to John's voice after the Beatles broke up? Some fans have pointed out that his vocals seem to become more polished and less raw in his solo work. And if we take a closer look at some of his early recordings, such as Hey Bulldog from 1968, it's clear that his vocals did sound different, slightly more refined, perhaps. Now, one theory is that John Lennon himself wasn't happy with his vocal timbre, and he used studio technology to add effects to his voice. And if we look at some of the demos and rough recordings from the Beatles era, it's clear that this was indeed the case. Engineers like George Martin were always pushing the boundaries of what was possible in terms of audio manipulation, and Lennon took full advantage of these new techniques. But another theory is that John's voice actually did change over time, a natural result of aging and wear and tear on his vocal cords. And if we look at some of his later recordings, such as Beautiful Boy or Now and Then, it's clear that this was indeed the case. His vocals do sound slightly more worn and weathered in these songs. So what does all this mean? Well, for one thing, it highlights just how much of a change the Beatles made to the music landscape when they broke up. Lennon's solo career was always going to be different, but to what extent? And in the end, I think we can all agree that John Lennon's voice was an integral part of his sound and style. And even if it did change over time, it still remains one of the most iconic voices in rock and roll history. Thanks for joining us on Screen Buzz today. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more music news and behind-the-scenes stories from the world of entertainment.